I raised the hammer and shattered that bastard's knee. He screamed in agony, but I didn't flinch. I hung him in the air, his feet just barely brushing the ground. To breathe, he had to keep his balance. His legs were trembling, fighting through the excruciating pain. After closing the door, I started to savor his shrill screams, even smiled a little. But I'm not a freak. I'm just a father seeking revenge for his daughter. That morning, my daughter gave me her usual warm hug. But when I saw her again, she was already a cold, lifeless body. Her panties were discarded to the side, her thighs soaked in blood. The shock of that moment nearly took my breath away. From that day on, my home fell into total silence. My wife and I were like zombies, just going through the motions. I knew I couldn't let this go on. I tried comforting her, but nothing could be fixed. The police quickly caught the killer, but he showed no remorse. Instead, he grinned smugly. He knew he wouldn't be sentenced to death. Seeing that smug bastard, my wife couldn't hold back the tears. But I remained eerily calm because I'd already made up my mind. Since the law wouldn't punish him, I would do it myself. I drained all my savings to plan this. I had someone secretly drug the transport driver, then followed the prison transport truck. When the drug kicked in, I flashed my doctor's badge, gaining the trust of another officer. As the officer let his guard down, I took the prisoner and drove away. I brought him to a secluded corner, just knocked him out, didn't want him dying too easily. I prepared a private cell for him. I woke him up with urine, and he was still arrogant, cursing me out. In a fury, I smashed his knee, then hung him up. Listening to his agonized screams, I felt a hint of relief, but that was nowhere near enough. Every time I thought of my daughter, I wanted to blow his head off with a single shot. But I held back. I refused to let him die so easily. I lifted him again and beat his body with an iron chain, relentlessly. I completely lost control. Even when he passed out from the pain, I didn't stop. The night passed. I started to fear he'd die too quickly, so I checked his vital signs and even gave him some basic treatment. I needed him alive because tomorrow was my daughter's birthday. That would be the day he died. Then, I got a call from my wife. She found out everything I'd done, and she called me a madman. But I didn't care. This was the only thing I could do for my daughter. That scumbag had to pay. The next day, he finally woke up. He begged me for mercy, in pain. But I had prepared a special drug for him. It paralyzed his body completely, but kept him fully aware of the pain. To make sure he didn't die suddenly, I put him on a respirator. Then, I placed a photo of my daughter on his chest.